What's up, guys? This is Omega Liar, and I'm bringing you a gameplay here on Nuketown Domination using the steady aim G11. Now, this gun is really good. Probably the most versatile weapon in the game at this point, especially after the FAMAS patch. Because you have the close range ability of a submachine gun, the middle range ability of an assault rifle, and the long range ability of an LMG. Or at least the HK, because that's really the only good LMG at range. But, anyway. You see here, straight off the bat, you go running for B. That's always what I do on this map, but usually if it's not successful the first time, I'll change up my tactics a little bit. But, it's almost always like a very uphill climb until you get B, and once you get B, it's hard to lose it. But it really just also depends on your teammates. And if you don't know, by this point, I almost never play with a team unless I'm just going for fun. And even if I am just going for fun, I probably wouldn't end up recording a game with a team, because I just don't think gameplay is as interesting when you just have a whole bunch of people raping people, other people that are worse than them. I don't know. I don't find that interesting, and that's not to down any other commentators, because some commentators can pull it off and get really nice scores. But when I play with good people, I don't know. I can't always compete. But when I'm playing by myself, I can almost guarantee that I'm better than most of the people in the lobby anyway. And that doesn't always ensure a win, but it ensures usually a good score. And that's a lot of fun. But right here, about the G11 in Nuketown, it's not always something you should run unless you're playing Domination. But Demolition, you usually run a submachine gun and a couple other game modes. But you see right here, I'm sitting by this bush, and this bush, in combination with the bush in front of me that I'm head glitching, 500 assists, 500 potential kills that never happened. But anyway, if you're standing on top of this bush or behind it, and that's the one I'm standing on right now, it's two very effective head glitches, and one is a counter to the building and the doorway in the building, and by the building I mean the window up there you see right there. And when you're standing on top of it, you get a good line of sight that goes all the way down pretty much into the enemy spawn. And that's very, very effective, and not a whole lot of people know about it. So if you're looking to try and pick up a kill streak that you can't normally get on Nuketown, I would give that spot a shot, because playing Domination, if you got a 2-cap or even a 1-cap, your spawn is set for the most part. And you'll most likely find a lot of luck there. But the other thing I wanted to say was talking about high kill streaks, because when I play Nuketown, I almost always run high kill streaks, and that's mainly because Nuketown, anything can happen. It's unpredictable, and everyone knows that probably at this point. But if you run high kill streaks and you're losing like we are right now, you'll see later I end up getting my high kill streaks, and I'm running 789. That's a attack helicopter, rolling thunder, and chopper gun. But if you run high kill streaks on Nuketown, you can turn a game around and end up and basically engrave in stone a win, or if they get it, a loss. But yeah. So if any tips for Nuketown, it's use that bush, and the counter spot for that. You see right here where I'm looking down. This is another good spot, by the way, just laying prone here and picking people off at a distance. But the bush you see right all the way down there, I don't know if you can. It's kind of small, but if you stand on top of that, you can head glitch over the fence, looking back towards where I was standing before on top of the bush. And that's awesome. That's basically the counter part. I wouldn't say it's a counter because they're pretty much the same, but it's the opposite spot. And right there, I had to cut out about 2 minutes of the game because of corrupted files, and it would cause my iMovie to crash every time I tried to do it. This is actually my third time taking it, so I just cut it out. And all you really missed was a few kills. But what I want to talk about in the second half of this commentary is why did we do it? Why? Like, in Black Ops, you'll understand what that means in a second. In Black Ops, they added in the player card. And this was a good thing. You can keep track of your stats, you can have your emblem, you can have your clan tag, and all this stuff. You see all your statistics and, like, numbers and everything. You see your color death ratio, your win-loss ratio, your accuracy, and all this stuff. And I'm wondering, did this hurt or help the game? And you can see it here at WXP, but... And I'm starting to lean more towards it hurting the game way more than it helped it. I mean, emblems was probably one of my weird enough, even though it's a first-person shooter, it was one of my single favorite things they had in this game. You see, most of my commentaries, I have these different color Xbox symbols, which I actually based off of Xbox Ahoy. And if you don't know who he is, you should probably figure it out because he's awesome. But he, a while back, a lot of you may not know, but he put out a tutorial on his second account, which I won't say. You just have to find it. But he gave a tutorial for his Xbox symbol, and I sort of took it. And I always like changing the color around. I do yellow, blues, and reds, and greens, and you can get all cool looking Xbox symbols, and it's actually a lot of fun to change around your symbol, and like, especially in Search and Destroy when you see people pick up your gun if you're dead, or if you're using your gun yourself. But that was good. But on the other hand, keeping track of your kill death ratio and your accuracy and your all this stuff and having it be very easy to find and accessible, I think that's actually hurt the game, and that's slowed down the game, and that was bad. And see right there, the bush. But think about it. Why do people use the FAMAS? Even at this point, it's post-patch, but it's still good. And it's very viable, and it can still be considered better than a lot of the other guns in this game. But the other example would be, why do people use the 74U? And it's got to be more than it's just easy to use, because after a while, you have to get tired of it, right? I mean, it's the same sound over and over, and it's not the best sounding in the game. But then you think about it, and if you go to these people's combat records, they have like 2,000 or whatever, maybe even more. I've seen people with up to like 15,000 kills with the 74U. And then you scroll down and you see there's like 20 weapons in the game where they only have like 20 kills max. And it makes you wonder, are they doing it? Are they really just using the 74U because it's fun? Or are they just doing it because they get kills? Like, when I play this game, I love using different weapons because I love changing it up, and I love the new sounds, and I love all sorts of things that you don't get if you're just using one gun. And like, I don't understand why people could think that's fun. Well, what enjoyment do you get of 15,000 kills using one gun? And then let's say you have like an MPL with 20 or 100. Like, the difference there is ridiculous. And I don't, like, people are always like, oh, Black Ops is boring. It's like, use a different gun. I bet most of the people that say that, when you look at their player card, don't have over 100 kills with every gun. And I mean, I don't even have over 100 kills with every gun. But, like, I have, I think, at least 15 guns with well over 400 kills. It's not, for me, it's not just FAMAS and 74U. For me, it's FAMAS, G11, AUG. And then it's also the Uzi, which I, at this point, have 900 kills with. And it's also, what else? It's also the MPL, it's also the Caparis, it's also all these other guns that are good if you use them the right way. But don't bring success to people in every situation, so they pretty much get ignored. And that's why I'm sort of hoping for Modern Warfare 3 that the player card doesn't come back, and they don't keep track of stats, and they don't keep track of win-loss, unless they have like a second playlist. You have ranked playlist, and then you have regular playlist. And regular playlist is just for fun. You can use whatever gun you want and not get pissed off. But then you have ranked playlist, where that's where you go try hard, and that's where everyone's trying their best, and that's where you see overpowered weapons. And that's also where developers, if they made a mistake, can find overpowered weapons. And that's actually a good way of being able to have this. Well, we made a mistake, and it shows up commonly here, so obviously it's better, and there's a reason a lot of people are using it. So we tweak it and balance it, and then suddenly you have a very effective way of treating overpowered weapons, as well as giving people a way to have an accurate representation of their stats, as well as being able to have fun whenever they want. And I think that's a big change that needs to happen in the next COD, as well as gun balance and not making bullshit. But anyway, the gameplay is winding down. You see, we've had a 2-cap most of the game. Nuketown, obviously, you want to hold B, but that's basically just my thoughts on what needs to happen and about the player card and why people use overpowered weapons as opposed to weapons that they might like way more or have a more personal attachment to. I don't know. Some people do have attachment to guns. It's weird, but it happens. And anyway, that's all I really wanted to say. We had a really close competitive game. Final score is 200 to 198. I had 62 kills and 19 deaths, 4 captures, 6 defends. So if you like this video, comment it, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next summer commentary, unless this is the last.